and Food Safety Officer. I hope me get that right. Me get that right? All right, so me get sticky for that. Good morning to you. Good morning. How you doing? Good morning.
Morning, we are doing well.
All right, and it's nice to be here. Let me start with the lady first. Tell us about RADA because people hear about RADA all the while. What is RADA?
RADA, Rural Agricultural Development Authority, is basically the extension arm of the Ministry of Agriculture. We basically do technical services to our farmers and the farm family.
So, how would a farmer get involved with RADA? What is there that you send out and a farmer say, you know what, I need to go and check this place because there is something that you have that you offer to farmers that they need to know.
Well, we offer a wide range of services. We offer a wide range of services, and in so doing, the farmers in particular, they can come in and be registered. And being registered, they are able to get information on pest and disease management, crop care and production practices, livestock management and care, among other services. Training is a major part of our role.
All right, we just go over to Mr. Sheldon and good morning again. Remind us of your roles and function.
RADA's role and function. Well, to add to what Ms. Daly had mentioned earlier on, anything to do with agriculture, RADA is the chief agricultural organization in Jamaica. So anything relating to agricultural development, RADA is a key part of that. So a big part of agriculture is farmers. So any concerns that the farmer has would be the concern of RADA. So with a crop, livestock, fish, marketing, the various chains within agriculture, we deal with it. However, there are persons with specific roles. And so, for example, if a farmer has a problem with market, there would be an arm specifically responsible for dealing with a farmer with a market problem.
Hold on, stick up in. I have heard of an incident where this person says, you know what, I plant a lot of pineapple and I can't get a market for it because the pineapple, they just grow, no sale, I have to feed them to my animal. Where rather coming with this?
All right. A big part of that is providing a linkage.
Okay.
A linkage to some of the marketers. You know, you have igglers, you have exporters, you have various processors. So a big part of RADA's function here would be connecting the farmer that you mentioned to the potential marketers. So if a farmer has a problem, but again, the problem is a lot of farmers come to RADA when the crop is ready. So they reap it today and expect you to find a market for it same day. But what we would have preferred would the farmer would come and say, here what a couple months or so before, I will have this volume of crop or produce to be marketed by a certain time. So we would connect you so the farmer would have a chance to secure the market. And a large part of RADA training exercise is to sensitize farmers in producing a crop geared towards market. So the market should be the first thing you find before you actually start producing.
All right, let me ask. Let me go back to Miss Daly though. What is at the front now when we talk about disease that is destroying plants? It is there and people should be aware of it. What is there now? The thing that is at the top, so top.
Well, right now we have the enzyme scale out there, which is affecting ornamental, and also to a lesser extent rhizome rot for ginger.
All right, I don't remember. It might be something that you said a while ago, but I know it as the small name, the everybody name. They call it the white fly. What is this thing all about?
All right.
They kill the plants and so forth.
Okay, Mr. Baker. I would want to help Mr. Hill with that question. Really and truly, farmers usually give a pest a name based on the color or some tradition. However, that doesn't necessarily make it the correct name or whatever. So what happened? Part of RADA's function, Mr. Baker, as you can understand, would be to go there and identify. Because you can't say, all right, if you're going to treat something, you have to know what it is. And you need to look at the conditions that cause that particular pest to multiply. And then you look at strategies to actually control or manage that pest. So first and foremost, it's not a situation where you can say, all right, it's whitefly, or it is enzyme scale, or it's pink mealybug, or it's cotton cushion. You would have to go out there and identify it, and then you move on to controlling it. So there are some diseases that affect various plants. So what you need to do first is to identify it, and then you move on to the whole management aspect of it. So Mr. Daly mentioned the problem with enzyme scale. It is a sucking insect, similar to whitefly. However, the target plants varies between the two pests. Also, the control strategies would have been different. All right, let's look at the enzyme scale situation now. Enzyme scale, it is a fast multiplying pest. It affects ornamentals, it affects fruit tree crops, and various other plants, weeds, etc. In controlling your enzyme scale, first, after you identify the condition, say for example, anybody who have a farm, you should look at scouting. What is scouting? Actually going into the field to find out what is there before it reaches a stage where you have to even drop the plant or destroy the plant. So scouting should be one of the first thing. After you have, if early detection is done, it is easier to control rather than if it reaches a stage where the infestation is devastating. Now, after you have identified the pest, if it is high, you might need to move to, there are several controls strategies. You have cultural. Now, one part of it is field sanitation. If your field is clean, let me say, grandmother always say again about clean. I don't know. Anyway,
I can't remember it.
all right. Anyway, but what's happening now? There was some Bible thing about clean. But it works similarly with the farm. So if you have a clean farm,
Yeah, I understand. Yeah,
yeah, man. So once you have weeds and you have other things, weeds and other dirty things in the farm, it creates a condition for various pests and bacteria, etc., etc. So one critical element is a clean farm. Management, it means that you have to go to your farm and check what go on. So if the infestation is minimal, so you go in and see a small one, you can just go on and pick it off before it start multiplying and create real havoc. After a while now, if you take over a big part of it, you might start doing with pruning. Pruning means you're going to remove some of the heavily infested part of the plant. And this is critical again. How you dispose of this heavily infested plant. I would have said burn it, but based on the amount of fires now, I would recommend that you pick it, put it in a plastic bag, tight, leave it out of the sun for 1, 2, 3 days. For the sun to actually burn it and kill the pest.
Okay, makes sense.
All right. Now, one big thing again, you see, a lot of enzymes kill the pathogen can be spread by, well, we human. I don't know about you, Mr. Baker, but I think your wife like flowers. So anywhere she go and she find flowers, she pick the flowers and carry it to her place. What she's taking, is she taking a diseased plant?
So basically, you're saying look at the plant before you move with it, because it's a lady's culture. Them people go to funeral and then passing, some of them just break some flowers and carry back.
All right. Now, what's happening now, Mr. Baker? We in nature, there is what you call balance. All right. What you find, say, you don't have no whole of fish out of sea, because you catch all of them and eat most of them already.
Okay.
So you always have one organism that feeds on the other. So that would be, so in this case, man would be the natural enemy. So it keep the fish population in control.
Okay.
Now when you go to a place like some far place and you move the plant with just that one organism without the natural enemy there, you only bring the pests come to that area. So since there is no other organism, no other parasite or predator to control that population, that population just grows and grows and it causes a problem with you. That is why them always say before you even bring a plant from overseas into the country, it should be quarantined to test to see whether or not there is any pest or disease on it.
All right, we are getting out of time, but you know what? I want to go to some more important things because we know that rather you run a serious operation. Tell us about farmers. They need to register. Ms. Daly, tell us about it because we have some farmers. They might say, "Should I register? Why is it important?"
Well, farmer registration is a part of the Pre-Larceny Act control. So in order to minimize that, we encourage all our farmers to come and register so that we can plan for them and be able to plan market for them as well. For them to register, all they need to do is to take in their TRN, their national ID or any other ID with basic information on their production practices, and we'll get them registered. If they need their ID, then there's a cost of $350.
All right, let me ask you though. For we're in the hurricane season. I am a farmer. I have a farm. I lose my product as a registered farmer. What do I get back?
Well, you will get back based on what we get. So it all depends on what we get from the ministry. Then we will do our distribution.
Okay, because we have some people they don't know the whole importance, and there are good things happening when you're a registered farmer. No, the next thing is we're looking at the whole stealing of animals and so forth. Is there a way that they had this thing where they say animals get some farmer ID or passport? What is it?
All right. In addition, well, the minister was looking at the whole idea of well, there was some thought put into actually using some sort of tracking device.
Okay.
That can be used to identify the location of the animal. So that was one of the things that is being looked at. However, I would like to expand a little bit more on why a farmer should register. Besides, there are farmers who come to RADA for even a letter to go to the embassy. A farmer want to go to the insurance place and they need something to show that this is actually your occupation. So being a part of RADA would provide that with you. Also, in the ministers making a decision as to whether or not you should import a particular produce, being registered, it give us an idea as to what are some of the crops that are out there and in what volume. So from the information gathered, decision can be made as to exportation, importation, exportation sort of thing. So we would have an idea as to who the farmers are, what they are doing, and we would have an idea as to even say Portland. What are some of the produce in Portland that are being generated, when it can come in, who are the persons, what is the location of some of these things. So it's a database that creates all of these and can give you the information as relates to all of that. Well, so besides all of that, well, Ms. Daly mentioned the whole thing with pre-larceny. Pre-larceny is a big problem. At least when the farmer is registered, the farmer, even the police, would have information based on the information we gather to say, well, all right, based on that information, Tom Jones plant cabbage and banana. So if him sit Jones with yam, him have a question, we say, well, here I go on. I don't see this on your thing. We say, you are a yam farmer.
Okay.
So where you get it from?
So being registered, you have to tell us about the type of work you do on your farm. All right, Miss Daly, anything we leave out that you want to add? Because I know you have some stuff that you want to tell our listeners.
Yes. Just to mention that on the 23rd of July, we'll be having a training at the parish office, RADA parish office, 20 Folly Road, and we'll be dealing with enzyme scale management, the same pest that you are inquiring about.
Because
at
me
4.
use the layman terms and call you up and say, I want to talk to you about the white fly, but tell me the name again.
Enzyme scale.
Okay.
So we'll be having a training there at 4:30. So we're inviting all the persons to come out.
Okay.
Also, our farmers market, which you might have been hearing about, will be on the 24th of July, and we start from 6. It's beside Anna Bananas. Yeah. I must mention the Denby Agriculture Show coming up August 1st to the 3rd, and we're encouraging persons who have things like exhibits to take to us, and we will display them at Denby. They can win prizes as well.
So let me ask you, because me sound like me want to go Denby now, I'm just pretending to be that person outside listening. How do I get to go to Denby as a farmer?
Well, the groups normally have trips going down to Denby, so the JS office coordinates trips to Denby and various farmers group.
Okay. And if you got up this morning and you dig a yam with a real size,
Yes. We can take it to Denby and you can win a prize as well. Your jams, your liqueurs.
Has Portland ever stand out in any one of the Denby shows that you?
Yes, we have been standing out. Last year we were placed 5th. We have been placed 3rd and up.
And what is it that Portland is known for? Boy, I'm afraid because Portland, I come at this thing. I don't know what they are scared of seeing Portland for at a Denby show.
Well, looking at our bananas, our produce, our wines and liquor, basically, and the community activities, land husbandry, just to name it, we compete in all.
All right,
areas.
Thanks a lot. And I don't know if Mr. Sheldon want to add anything final as we wrap up. Anything you want to add final to our listeners, just to let them know anything that we leave out that you want to add quickly?
Okay, as it relates to management of some of these pests and disease, I would say, remember, early detection is one of the key things, and field sanitation is among some of those that we need to look at. Chemical is not always one of the better solutions, and we might need to we have to look at other cultural measures, because what's happened, there are some beneficial plants, beneficial insects out there that provide some amount of control, and what we need to do is not to kill these beneficial insects with the use of some of these pesticides.
All right, I'm gonna read this text and you answer it. All right, this person said, Captain, RADA is a good organization, but them take too long to give you an ID. Me sign up over a year now. Is there a problem with this person? I don't know.
I would ask the person to come in and see me, but what has been happening is that farmers now have to pay their $350 for their ID, and so if that person did not pay, we would not have gone ahead and requested
So
ID.
if I am a farmer and I come in and I look after my ID, the processing time is?
Within 2 months. Okay.
Thank you very much for passing through, and I hope that what you said. Hold on, man. Yeah. We have that feature because the two of you have to answer that question. It has nothing to do with RADA completely. We start off with the lady. What makes you positive?
Because I have life and there's hope.
All right, and we ask the gentleman, what makes you positive? Because the feature is known as positive. We always ask the question, what makes you positive?
Well, positiveness, being positive means that you look for and you normally get positive results. So being positive, the expectations are good, and it's an energy that feeds into other persons, and that can really, let me say now, move you from a down. Just a vibes. Being positive means is a form of upliftment. It's a form of joy, laugh, and it's good energy, and
All right. I know that you have some staff listening, and if I was at work and listening to my co-worker, I'm going to say, well, hold them now, big wheel. Hold them now, big wheel. All right. You can just shout out to them quickly.
Yes, I would like to say big up to all the Portland RADA staff. You're hardworking, and we thank you for all that you have done to make this work positive.
Thank you.